So I totally understand him saying, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back. Once again, he lucky ESPN ain't said nothing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You pointing at...
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. So Shannon Sharpe and his legal team are aggressively contesting rape allegations from a woman in a Nevada civil suit. On Tuesday, lawyers for the woman released audio for what appeared to be Shannon Sharpe threatening to choke her. Shannon Sharpe and his lawyer, Lanny Davis, responded by accusing the woman's lawyer of racism, outing the woman as an adult content creator, and saying they would be suing the pair for defamation. The ESPN commentator and Pro Football Hall of Famer called the suit against him a shakedown. Shannon Sharpe denied raping the woman and released explicit text messages from her on Monday in an effort to prove that the pair were in a consensual relationship.
I don't like things like this, right? And I'm gonna tell you why, right? I understand it's a lot of noise, there's a lot of people talking, but that's what the opposition wants. That's what they want. Yeah. They want you to be embarrassed. They want you to start losing money. They want you to start doing that so they feel like that you will settle out and you'll be forced to settle out. Mm-hmm. Now, if he really didn't do it and this was part of his kinky thing and it was what it was and he didn't do it and he's innocent, and the fact that he has to step away now, possibly losing his job, if he has bills and not having bills because now he has no work, I don't like that if he didn't do it because that's what they want him to do. Yeah. They want him to be embarrassed. They want him to feel away. Because what's going to happen, he's going to be like, you know what, F all this, let me just settle out on the side. That's what they're forcing him to do, really.
Yeah. I'm sure Disney still has moral clauses, though. Like, you know, regardless of, you know, anything, I don't know if anything he did was criminal, but there's still moral clauses.
But when you talk about moral clauses, right, I can do what and I don't know what happened, we don't know, but from the outside, I can do what I want to do in my bedroom.
Yes.
Right? What I do in my bedroom is my business.
But once somebody
and I didn't put it out. I didn't film it and put it out. If somebody secretly taped me and put it out, I just think that's wrong. You can't do that.
It's not black and white like that, though.
But time out, I think you're missing something. There's an audio phone call of him saying that he was going to choke her. Now, whether or not that was role playing or not, it's perceived as a video. It's of a Shannon Sharpe saying he's going to choke this 19-year-old girl, however old she is.
Right.
So that is enough to say, hey, you know what? You need to sit down for a while.
But is it if it's a taped secret call and it is role playing? Let's just say, and I don't know.
We don't know if it's role playing.
But we don't know. He's saying it's role playing. She's saying it's not, right? But if it is and it's secretly taped, and this is my secret business. If I'm into what is it, BDSM? What is it called?
But all that has to come out though, and be like, they have to know that for fact. They don't know right now. So why
so
they don't
fire
know?
The brother, so you really guilty and you got to prove yourself innocent.
He's not fired as of now. As of now, he's just taking a step away. Yeah, and he stepped down. What I think happened.
I'm just saying I don't like that.
What I think happened, because what normally happens, and this is just me, this is not anything I've been told, but normally, you know, they'll come to you and say, hey, we probably are going to lean towards you taking a step back. If you want to take the narrative and you just say you step back, go ahead, which allows him to, you know what I mean? It doesn't turn the conversation additionally negative, because it's already negative.
It makes it feel you're guilty and then you got to prove yourself innocent instead opposed to innocent to proving yourself.
It's a lot of noise.
I think you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
And then he could have been reading a Pornhub headline. Like that's. I'm just saying, like, you know, because I be watching those little categories all the time, and it's like
you in the BDSM?
He couldn't absolutely watching it. Oh, for sure. But it's like I've seen that headline before. Black man chokes, you know, young white girl, and you know I've seen that.
Well, whatever he was doing, he got to sit down until ESPN can find that same video. Maybe send him the link.
And there's just a lot of things Shannon has against him right now, including the audio of him saying, you know, he'll choke her out, including his lawyer saying they were going to settle for $10 million. So I totally understand him saying, you know what, I'm going to take a step back. Once again, he lucky ESPN ain't said nothing yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You pointing. I understand what you're saying, Envy, but it's not on ESPN. Shannon said he needed to take a step back.
I get it, but I just feel like that's, you basically are saying that man is guilty and he has to prove his innocence.
That's Shannon. I know. Shannon took a step back. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Shannon.
I know.
Shannon took the step back.
The audio is just crazy because even if you listen closely, she had like the seductive retarded voice on, you know what I'm saying, where she's like,
what is seductive?
You know, it's like, you know, because she do sound a little behind, but she's still like sound like she trying to be sultry with it. You know, like seductive.
That is the worst part of it. I get what Jess saying.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're trying to figure it out.
Shannon, how you so green to fall for?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's
56 years old.
He's been famous for a long time, and he's been doing this for a long time. I don't know about. And then
he hasn't. He clearly hasn't been doing this for a long time because these are rookie mistakes. First of all, 56 years old talking to a 19-year-old is ridiculous. All right, 54 talking to a 19-year-old, and then letting that 20-something-year-old talk to you like that on text messages and on phone, and you sitting there talking
and
back
record it on video.
Man,
that's how you know it's been going on for a while. So he felt like he was in the trusted. You know, I can trust you by now. You've been rocking with me for a while. Yeah, I'm saying.
There was a story that came out yesterday from sources close to Shannon Sharpe that said that they, these sources are saying that they had engaged in those sexual acts over 100 times. The relationship started around like 2022 or 2023. So it's been a couple years. But wherever that trust was broken, baby, is it broke? Because right now he having to answer to some things, and ESPN or him taking a step back. It's a lot of noise right now.
And by the way, this is the main thing, and I've been saying this all week. Discipline, instability. Clearly, he lacks it. You cannot be 54 years old hollering at a 19-year-old. That was his first mistake. So he made a poor choice. That's why he's in this situation. Nobody caused this on Shannon Sharpe except for Shannon Sharpe.
Hey, y'all. It's Lauren LaRosa from The Breakfast Club. Top dollar. Remember, or for compensation. Now.
But if he had consensual sex with this girl, it's legal, and he is a victim if he had consensual sex and they playing this to get some money. Yes, he is a victim if that's the case. I don't know what the case is because we hearing both sides. Yes.
Well, he made a choice as a 54-year-old.
But he could have had consensual sex with this woman. He could have had consensual sex. And if he had consensual sex and if they are lying, then he is a victim.
I think you're missing my point. Consensual, even if it was consensual, it's still stupid.
It is stupid.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not stupid. It's morally and ethically wrong. Yes. But if they're lying on him,
but legally,
he's a victim. It is stupid. It's dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've heard of a 54-year-old man talking to a 19-year-old. Exactly. But if he had consensual sex and they're lying, and that was role play.
Destiny's not a matter of chance.
Don't you feel like you watching your parents argue?
Yes.
You just gotta sit here until it's done.
Wait till I release the text message from Charlamagne.
Listen, if Shannon was my homie, that's what I'd be telling him. You put yourself in this situation.
But the first thing I took from this when I heard it was, look, he was living in California and moved to Nevada. She moved from California to Nevada too. So if somebody's being abusive to you in one state, why would you move to the next state with the same nigga who's abusing you? I don't know. Me personally, I found the red flag with that personally. And then the next thing is this sex tape that's supposedly coming out. Shannon said, put the whole 30 minutes out or 10 minutes, whatever it is. I guess there's some part in there for 30 seconds because Unc brought that up. Shannon brought that up. He said, I believe he's going to release 30 seconds of it. Whatever that 30 seconds is must be nasty and violent and fucked up. If you don't want to put the whole 10 minutes and you're reducing it to that 30, it must have been WWE in that joint. Elbow off the top of the bed, off the throw against the dresser. You white little bitch, come here, suck big black dick. Fuck you talking about? You want nigga dick? I get that part. I get it. Because I tell white bitches you want that nigga dick. But it's consensual. They agree. You know what I'm saying? But I've been doing this in a different realm from him. I never made it as a professional athlete. I've been out here shaking and juggling these bitches since 20 years old. I know what you up to. I know when a bitch try to bait me in a text message to say some dumb shit. I ain't writing it back. You right. And I'm not writing nothing back. You can't get me to write a damn thing back when I see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta know, see, that's the fucked up thing. It seemed like he trusted her from the conversation I heard. You gotta read the signs like, I don't wanna get choked. That ain't something you usually say. Hold on, you don't usually talk to me like this. Why are you talking to me like this now? Yo, I'm gonna hit you back. Boom. And then when shit ain't right, you be like, when you answer the phone, they be like, hello, hello, hello. They setting up. Oh, I can hear you now. They done set the call up. You got to read all these signs, bro. And you got to think about this, right? This is why, and a lot of people call this nigga Uncle Tom and he don't like black people or this, that, and the third, et cetera, et cetera. This is why Stephen A. don't get into no shit like this. And I'm gonna say none of us is above it, knock on wood, but he knows he works for Disney. When you work for Disney, a sex tape can't be coming out like this. You can't be admitting that, 30 seconds of this shit was kind of rough. I'm letting y'all know. Shit get a little wild. But didn't he like 30 seconds get what? Yo, this Mickey Mouse in now. What you mean 30 seconds get wild? I think that Disney's getting a little more lenient because of shit like Pat McAfee. Cursing at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Not just that, Shannon had a little sex tape that he admitted to, nothing visual, just vocal. So I think it's a little more lenient. And I hope that Disney does keep him. I'm rooting for him because I do believe this is a shakedown. But when you start getting the video evidence and vocal evidence and audio evidence, I should say, pardon me, and text messages and this, that, and the third, that's crazy.